Alright folks, welcome back to StarLadder. This is our final game of the day. We've done 3 of the scheduled 4 games so far. 1 game had to be postponed, next KZ versus Alliance. There were internet as well as server issues. At any rate, we're going up to the 5th game now, Alliance versus Oslick Gaming. Alliance so far splitting their 2 games today, losing to Mouse, defeating Empire. And they've definitely been doing some interesting things. Shiver is out. She is at a birthday party. So unfortunately, you'll have to make do with myself, Vikrmond, and fortunately, we have a good co-caster. G-Advance, how you doing?
Oh, thanks very much. You're so sweet.
Reserve time.
Hello?
Hi. Yes.
Oh,
First ban
sorry.
Slark, by the way.
Yeah, they don't want to play against Alliance Slark because that looked scary.
It did.
Very, very scary indeed.
I suppose they could have won the lane just as easily with a Potom or something, but it was so much more stylish with the Slark.
Yeah, exactly. It's pretty... I mean, not more stylish than Mirana. Come on. Mirana rides like a white tiger or whatever. I don't even know what it is. Is that a tiger or a lion?
Well, the default is a tiger, but you could have a lion cosmetic for it.
Okay, alright.
There's also an Owleon cosmetic.
I just thought... What would be even better, right? You said a lion cosmetic? Imagine if it was like the hero lion. So there's Mirana riding on the shoulders of this guy who's like the ugliest guy ever.
Yeah, with the custom arrow animation, it's just a really, really long earth spike.
That would be brilliant. I'd pay some pretty legit money for that.
Uh-oh.
I'm pretty good with that.
Oslick busting out the Pugna. This is the first time we've seen Pugna today, although we've seen a few bans. What's your take on Pugna, G-Advance? I almost feel like the dude is a little bit underrated. He's so strong, but I don't know.
He's really, really good if you want to, do well in your lanes and then transition into just kill all the towers. The issue is, if the enemy team picks good counter push, or picks heroes that can just immediately initiate on the Pugna, shut him down before they start the fight, then Pugna can really suffer.
Sure.
Pugna is very, very good, though, in a sort of standoff. He's very capable in that sort of capacity, because he basically puts down his ward, runs up a bit, throws out explosives everywhere, and you just don't want to go on it, because there's a ward there. If you start a fight, everybody's going to take damage for every spell they use. Obviously, you want to use spells, generally, so things get pretty hard.
Yeah, I mean, interesting that Alliance actually responded, though, by taking Darkseer quite early at that. Is this continuing experimentation? Do you see them with a very combo-oriented lineup this game, perhaps?
They might go for that, something like that. Of course, like I said, the issue is going for a very combo-orientated lineup versus a Pugna could be very scary, especially because Oslick, they picked up an Alchemist. If the Pugna picks up a mech or something like that, they could find themselves to be very, very sustainable on the side of Oslick Gaming, and I think that would be a really, really smart way to play this. They're actually going to pick up the Weaver now, so interesting to see what their lanes will be. It looks like probably a support Pugna or support Alchemist if they're going to do this.
Yeah, I mean, it could be support Alchemist, certainly. They still have, I guess, the ability to run the Pugna and maybe like a farming tri-lane and the Weaver off-lane, or... We still see Trixie on Fnatic sometimes playing the off-lane Weaver, although it's certainly lost popularity a lot. So I feel like the lineup is still fairly open. They do have basically 3 heroes that are typically run as cores, but they can always rotate the Alchemist into a support role, as you mentioned, if they need to.
Yeah, and I really like this move from Alliance, not just because it means we get to see pretty much the best Lone Druid player in the world play his favorite hero, but also because Lone Druid's really capable versus Pugna. You can send out the bear to go kill the ward. Of course, Lone Druid, one of those few heroes that actually doesn't care about using spells. They're not generally that useful for the hero. He just entangles things and beats people down. Oslick are going to respond with a Abaddon. Does Abaddon's Aphotic Shield turn off if you use it on a target that's been rooted?
Yes.
Does it turn off that? That's
should
really, really strong then.
Yeah, I mean, it's
That's
also...
powerful.
The Weaver-Abaddon duel is certainly something that we've seen a lot. It's something that Sigma played a lot in MLG. It was very effective for them. Because, yeah, I mean, you give that Weaver the opportunity to really effectively dive, and if you can do that, if you can get under tower and just kill off something like the Darkseer or the Crystal Maiden. Although, actually, wow, this is a very unorthodox lineup from Alliance.
Where you're going to kill your towers. Alliance just straight up picked 2 very, very, very capable tower killers, very capable base killers. I tell you, there's one thing you don't want to do versus Alliance teams: base race.
Sure.
That would go horrifically
Not in this game, certainly. They have no... I mean,
even
it's funny because Pugna's an amazing pusher, but Lone Druid Tiny
Nope. Don't want to argue with Lone
10
Druid Tiny.
seconds
They say, oh, you picked Pugna. That's pretty good pusher.
So
Kind of cute, though,
5
compared to what
seconds
we've got.
remaining.
is
We've
this
got a literal
mid
mountain.
Darkseer? Mid Darkseer, I guess?
It could be. They could even run the Lone Druid mid. It would be Admiral Bulldog in the mid lane, which I don't think I've ever seen. That's one thing with Alliance's lineup so far. They might even put him into the jungle. Honestly, I'm not entirely sure right now, and I think that's a good thing for Alliance because their draft is pretty unusual, pretty confusing, to be honest.
It's got some interesting synergies, though. You already highlighted the push. It also forces an IO ban. So,
His turn to
video games. All right, so yeah, 6.79C, 2 games in a row. We'll see the new heroes. Oh my god. Okay. Help. I cannot parse this Alliance lineup at this point. I did understand the IO ban. There's a lot of push. Darkseer can vacuum people into Tiny Stun. He can vacuum people into Axe Taunt. So all those are great. Tell me about Huskar.
The thing is, right, Huskar has no utility. He does one thing, which is hit people. And he doesn't even do that particularly well. What he does have an advantage is that he can play completely suicidally. Like, absolutely insanely suicidally. He's also fantastic in the lane. His burning spears do an absolutely insane amount of damage. Huskar, though,
10 seconds
he was
remaining.
taken out of captain's mode for a while
Yes, ages.
because he
5
got
seconds
changed very
remaining.
differently to how he used to be. He was probably quite OP, let's be fair.
It was interesting.
At least, if not OP, then very, very difficult to deal with. What you needed was a stun and then a lot of physical damage, which admittedly, Alliance do have. They don't really have much in the way of long duration stuns, though, which is something that's very, very crucial versus Huskar. I don't know. Huskar now, with the changes to the Ghost Scepter not being usable on him, with him having really, really awful agility, so he has terrible, terrible armor. He doesn't even do that great amount of damage.
He has terrible, terrible armor, but not terrible, terrible damage.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't think he's that great.
Okay.
I think this is...
Do you think
this
the
is an
Abaddon will help him?
experiment
I mean, it is a powerful shield in addition to him being impervious to magic, but I don't know. Alliance have such good auto attack. I feel like that's what Huskar's weak to. Like, he's great against heavy magic lineups, but is this a heavy magic lineup?
No, not even a little bit. They have a ton of physical damage. That's what they have. They have 3 heroes who are doing a ton of physical damage on their team, as long as Axe is spinning like a helicopter, which he always is doing if he's on the enemy
Yes.
team. On your team, useless.
I am boggled. This is such an interesting draft. So let's go ahead and introduce the teams, I suppose. I'll start with Alliance on the Dire side. It will be Ake on the Crystal Maiden, EGM on what could be support Tiny.
Oh god, I hope not.
Loda
If they're
is
not-
on the Axe. And
They're gonna throw axe at people. They're gonna throw axe at people.
they're going to throw
Oh my
axe
God,
at
this is
people.
great.
You're totally right. And then S4
sorry.
is on Darkseer, and Bulldog is on... This is just the most surprising thing of all. Bulldog is on Lone Druid. Get this.
Who would have thought?
Who would have
thunk it?
thought? So, go ahead and introduce Oslick.
Alright, on the side of Oslick Gaming, we do have Wicked Sick. He's going to be picking up the Alchemist. Probably going to be a support here. We Just Sick is going to be on the Abaddon. Apparently a lot of people really, really sick on the side of Oslick Gaming. Chomi, he's picking up the Huskar. I don't think I've ever seen this hero played in a professional team. It's just ridiculous.
30 seconds
Bignum, he's
to
going to
go.
be on the safe lane. He's picking up the Pugna for his team. So it is going to be safe lane with him. And off lane, he's going to be the Weaver. And that apparently is pronounced Tron.
Yeah, Tron. Yeah. Tron is fine.
Okay.
It means... Guess what it means, though? Throne.
Does it mean throw?
Yeah, throne.
Okay. Oh, okay.
So Huskar in the
was
history of
saying-
Dota 2, so starting at, or rather from just before TI2 to now, has been picked exactly 3 times.
Really?
He
That should
has
be
not. He has not won. So none of those were victories.
Oh my god, this is...
It's
I
the-
feel like 2 of those picks were probably in the Aton tournament.
Yeah,
You know, the one where the enemy team picks you heroes.
that's true. These are
probably
slightly. I mean, honestly, I think the lineups have a lot to be said for them. They're very odd, but this isn't a low-stakes game. Like, Oslic have taken games off some good teams, especially last season. Season 7, they definitely took some games off the big teams. And Alliance, especially after the loss earlier, really, like, can't afford a loss. There's a lot of competitive teams in StarLadder this season, and only 4 made the playoffs.
Have to go
Bulldog
through this with a lot of games.
He takes a lot of damage on the hero there. Tron is actually, with this early double damage, harassing him very heavily.
Yeah, he actually does a ton of damage with an early double damage on that, and he's very maneuverable as well. Of course, he said this was going to be one of those dual lanes. We Just Sick is going to stick with Tron here, and they're basically just going to make Tron as invincible as possible, and it'll kind of nullify their tri-lane. DGM, what are you doing in the jungle? Is this... Oh, he's going to pull. He's going to pull with this.
Yeah.
That is... Oh my god.
So
support tiny.
This extremely... So what do you know about the Huskar versus Axe mid matchup, G-Advance?
Thanks for just throwing me under a bus there. Jesus. This doesn't exist. This isn't a mid matchup. I've seen Axe mid like 2 or 3 times. Like, it hardly ever happens.
He's good against TA. People picked him against TA when TA was ubiquitous.
Yeah, it's pretty strong for a few things like that. But...
Against Huskar, I mean, pretty standard here. Pretty standard. And
Pretty
S4, of course,
stuff.
on the off-lane Darkseer. Wicked Sick is actually going to probably toss a very big unstable concoction on him. S4, he doesn't want to use his surge. He wants to... Oh my god, he stunned himself. S4 just jukes that momentarily. Actually, he could kill Alchemist. That stun was really costly. S4 surges forward, but Wicked Sick has used a salve, and of course, rank 1 Ion Shell can't actually cancel salve. So S4 just ends up feeding a kill, unfortunately, to the Alchemist and Bignam on the Pugna.
I thought S4 was doing a really smart thing there, because what he did is he ate the tree and then dived in it for a second. So I think the idea was that he was trying to get Wicked Sick to, hit himself with the stun, because he was just trying to fog himself that short amount of time.
Yes.
But he ends up giving away a kill because he didn't right-click on him.
Yeah, unfortunately,
which would have cancelled the salve.
Right, yeah, it definitely would have. And I thought the juke was excellent, but that unfortunately he couldn't close the deal. He sends Alchemist back home, but Alka's going to be just fine. He picked up a level off of that as well. So, meanwhile, in the mid lane, Axe is leading. So he's up 6 last hits on Huskar. And is this just the relative of weakness of Huskar late now with the new Burning Spear? Or?
They did have the pull coming in. The Burning Spear still does a ton of damage. Like, it's not to be underestimated with.
The taunt comes through.
It's really strong.
But Loda,
so is me.
He's taking so much damage. 4 stacks of Burning Spears. He uses a salve.
He's gonna die. Yes, Huskar.
Huskar. So Huskar.
Oh my god.
Takes one. Wow. Loda picked that fight. I mean, he taunted in tower range and thought he could get it, but he couldn't. Don't underestimate Pluskar, the plus-size Huskar. He can take you down.
It's just so weird. It's so weird. It's really funny seeing him level up Berserker's Blood as well, because it's almost completely wasted in this lane, because Loda's like, oh no, Loda is going to be using the Battle Hunger on him, but it's not exactly hurting Chomi, really, because
meanwhile,
Chomi doesn't mind that much about being low health.
That's very true. We Just Sick actually getting hit repeatedly by Bulldog's Bear, and Tron's shield is broken. He doesn't actually land any hits on Ake, but Ake, even a couple auto attacks are very dangerous for this frail Crystal Maiden who's only level 2. I don't know how to evaluate this. Oh, except for the fact that S4 gets nailed by Pugna's hit from the Nether Blast. So I just caught the tail end of that, but that's another death for Darkseer. He's leveling okay. I mean, he's level 4, but Pugna now has 2 kill participation, and Chomi is going to get consistently harassed by this Battle Hunger. But I wonder, like you said, how much this actually matters. And they're constantly, oh my god, they're once again on Ake. We Just Sick moving through the line he cut into the trees. Ake forced to use his magic stick. Will Tron chase farther? It looks like he definitely will. Yeah, Shukachi comes through, and that's going to be a dead Crystal Maiden. It's now 4-0 for Oslic, and I mean... Uh-oh, Loda's now in trouble again. Wicked Sick has rotated. Loda has a lot of stacks of Burning Spear. I think he's dead.
Best hero in the game. Best hero in the game.
Well,
oh my god.
That's a bold statement. It's a bold statement.
I might be lying. That's not the best hero in the game. I still think this hero, he's really quite strong in the lane.
Oh my god.
Is he building a mech?
It's Mechanism Huskar.
Oh my god.
It's Mechanism Huskar. Well,
never before.
Let me put it to you this way. What the hell else is he using his mana for, right?
That's a good point. I mean, Huskar doesn't have a terrible mana pool from this point, and as long as he gets a few stat items, he's never going to really run out using a mech.
This is amazing. This is...
Inner Vitality is terrible, so nobody ever picks it up.
This is so cool. I love everything about this. Now, the problem is, I think even with a 6-kill lead, they're not necessarily at an advantage over Alliance.
Yeah,
They're at a slight advantage, but not a huge one. Meanwhile, Wicked Sick is targeted by almost the entirety of Alliance. He's forced to flee the fight. Alchemist is taking a lot of damage, still has Battle Hunger running. I think he's going to die from it. He needs to throw out the stun if he can. Meanwhile, Tron is going to kill EGM's support Tiny, but he's out of mana completely. Actually, Weaver is in a ton of trouble now, and Big Num was taken down on the bottom by a rotation from, I believe, Lone Druid. So Weaver now forced to flee. He's got Orb of Venom. Typical builds just all over the place here, but Weaver's... he's not going to die to Battle Hunger. He's probably fine. But still, that was a pretty bad trade for us. Like, I mean, losing the Pugna, good rotation for Admiral Bulldog. Here's the problem. Clowny as these lineups are, there's still an Admiral Bulldog Lone Druid in the mix. So give it long enough. And
a serious issue.
Yeah.
And, well, Life Break does do percentage damage. So they have one way of quite easily doing a ton of damage to Admiral Bulldog. But
that's true. And the bear.
Yeah, and the bear.
Holy
that's another
crap!
Thing to think
How
about.
next level is this? Smoke coming in. Will they be able to land the stun on S4 in time? The range is there. They're going to hit it. Nether Blast, Life Break, plus Scar in the mix, and that'll be the 8th kill for us like gaming. Man, Brave New World.
It's... oh my god. This feels so wrong. Watching a Huskar in a professional game. It feels so strange. It's still, like, I'm still wrapping my head around it that there is actually a Huskar in this game.
There sure is.
And an Axe, and a support Tiny S4's playing the off lane.
Yeah, support Tiny, I gotta say, I'm not over enamored with. Like, what has he done, really?
Well, he can't harass people out of lane, because he's a melee hero who's pretty slow, and has 0 armor. Oh.
Bulldog taken down by a stun. I actually missed that kill, unfortunately. I'm doing a very bad job of camera control. I'm in a daze from the Huskar as well.
I feel exactly the same way. Like, it's so hard to, like, wrap your head around things. I feel like everything's been slowed down for me or something. Like...
the adrenaline is pumping through your veins at the Huskar.
Man, I wish I was playing the Huskar in this game.
Same.
I wish I could hear, like, Oslick's team chat. It'd probably be completely useless to me, because...
it's going to contain lots of H's and X's and A's, I believe. Tron taken down, though. There's the support Tiny coming into play. The very long disable from the Avalanche leads to an easy kill on Weaver, who really doesn't have much. I mean, Orb of Venom is the best item in the game, but even that's not gonna be quite enough here.
You should call it the best item in the game. Is that
second best? Atos, Orb of Venom.
I actually think Atos is really legit. I know everybody takes the mick out of it, but it's pretty good.
You know why everybody takes the mick out of it.
Because it's really not that legit.
Right.
Because it's like...
I think it's underrated. But Ake Invisible, I don't know. Maybe he can make something happen.
The problem with the item is, like, there's no hero that wants that, you know? There's nobody who's like, I need intelligence, HP, and a slow. Like, who needs that as a hero?
Mm-hmm.
Get it on, like, Visage, and you're like, oh, I should have just bought an Aghanims.
Ooh, EGM forced to TP out, but that's a very smart, intelligently timed TP from the Tiny. Otherwise, he would have definitely died. And he's finally getting his levels. I mean, the Tiny's up to level 5, which is where Zik is at with the Abaddon as well. And Tiny certainly rewards levels, and definitely has late-game potential as well, even a support Tiny. The same reason, here comes the long-duration stun on Bulldog, though, with the Acid Spray, with the Nether Blast. I mean, once the Alk stun lands on you, if Pugna is within 5 miles, you're dead.
Yeah, the Lone Druid is really not having a very good game here, and I feel like Oslick's gaming lineup is actually really paying off. The problem is now they need to get these towers down. They need to start pushing things forward, because if they leave these towers down up for too long, then Alliance will be able to just sit Lone Druid in the jungle or something if they need to. It's not exactly the fastest, most ideal
Here comes the combo. Toss, Taunt, Frostbite, Avalanche, easy kill on Huskar. So Huskar
still does half load his health, though.
Very true, and that was his first death, and they take a tower. So actually, I mean, it's satisfying for Alliance in the sense that, hey, we picked a lineup that does one particular thing, let's at least do that thing, but even so...
Guys who killed Huskar.
Yeah. We killed the Huskar, yes. And he's almost at Mechanism, so... And not the fastest Mechanism you've ever seen, but he'll have it soon. And does Alliance have theirs?
I can't believe he's going mech. That's actually really cool.
It's actually awesome, right? Like, his survivability is not amazing against this team, but with mech, it's actually pretty good, right?
Yeah, it's definitely...
Pugna has Dagon!
Good armor, too. Pugna has Dagon? Oh my god. Honestly, they're just going to try and roll over this game and as soon as they've got this mech up.
Loda.
I think Wicked Sick's going to blow himself up, though.
Yeah, Loda's fine. Wicked Sick will stun himself. The Battle Hunger just out of spite. And Loda gets away no problem. The Dagon, I gotta say, I don't know about it. I don't know.
I think the idea is Dagon's a great snowball item. Of course, the earlier you get it, the more powerful it is. And they're going to pick up a mech. They've got a lineup that really wants to move forward and take towers and take map control.
Yeah, that's
I
true.
kind of like it. It's kind of dumb as well, though.
It's... I agree. Kind of like it, and it's also kind of dumb. But support Tiny just blows up Weaver almost instantaneously. That's kind of the cool thing. It's killing him so fast that he doesn't even have nearly enough time to time-lapse. They don't need silences, they don't need chains, they just need Tiny to be there and be able to land a spell. And it's working. Tron now has 2 deaths. He's still... I mean, he's just going straight BKB. Just directly for the BKB.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me this game, because there's a lot of AoE around here. There's a lot of things that'll just ignore Lincolns as well, like the Avalanche, I'm pretty sure the Bear's Entangle ignores Lincolns as well, doesn't it? It's not targeted, so I would assume so. But yeah, he needs a BKB this game. He needs the extra HP and survivability, and it's a pretty good item on him. I mean, ideally, you don't want to have to go BKB. You'd rather go Lincolns, but he'll deal with it, you know?
Yeah. Looks like we're just a brief pause for lag. EGM successfully trolled Oslick, but Alliance were pushed him back. He's apparently... EGM is allegedly the trolliest person on Alliance by some margin. I didn't know that.
That's pretty funny, because EGM, like, every picture of him I've ever seen, like, he's always just like... He just looks like so, like...
Bored?
Yeah, he just looks bored.
Yeah.
He just looks, like, fed up, like...
It's part of the shtick, I guess. It's part of the facades that people don't realize where the...
Yeah. He's actually, like, super happy all the time, but inside he's like, I have to do this. Chomi has his mech, by the way. Like, he has his Huskar mech. Just let that sink in. It's coming to him in the courier, I think. I don't know, they're sending courier somewhere else, but it's finished.
Right. Yeah, I mean, does that give them... I mean, I think their push is pretty difficult to answer from Alliance once they have the mech added to it, right? Oh, yeah, okay. Can they snipe the courier? It's carrying so much. Nope. Platinum Baby Roshan will flap its way away. Uh-oh. Tron runs right into it, but Tiny, not quite enough burst at this point to deal with the Weaver. And the BKB, I think, is... Oh my god. That Crystal Maiden just got Crystal Dagoned.
Yeah, the problem with EGM going in for that kill with the Avalanche there is if you hit the Avalanche and then you toss the target, that's great. But if you don't toss the person that you're trying to focus, you don't get that double toss damage or double Avalanche damage coming out from that. So in the end, he ends up trucking Crystal Maiden. Not very helpful. She gets Crystal Dagoned, which apparently is a term now. Nice term.
That's basically if anybody hits Crystal Maiden with any spell, because she's so squishy.
Yeah, she's very
squishy.
Crystal
Dagon. And
go,
Tron,
Chomi! Take out the bear. Bear ganks.
Bear ganks. Life break. I mean, it really does hit the bear really hard.
It really hurts.
I mean, Bulldog's been known to build BK Bear, so maybe that's going to be the key eventually. But he has nothing. That's what really bothers me. Like, Bulldog has really unimpressive farm for 13 minutes. He's still making Midas.
He's got a Gloves of Haste. That's like it. Well, everybody makes Midas all day. Although we haven't seen that today. I don't think we've seen like 1 or 2 Midases.
Yeah.
But
Midas,
yeah,
I think Midas Gaming's on the wane. Even the nerf was just like a... Sometimes they do these gentle nerfs that don't really make that much of an impact, or gentle buffs like the Necrolite 1 armor buff, where it's like, hey, this is really good, or hey, this is like not that good, so you shouldn't do it.
It's just like reminding pro players, like, oh, by the way, Necrolite's a hero, and he's actually pretty useful in the right situation.
Exactly. Yeah.
I just know you guys don't want to pick it.
Uh-oh. I mean, the one thing Alliance's lineup does amazingly is counter Weaver, I feel, so they have to keep getting these Weaver... Oh, they missed the stun. Tron is out, I think. Nice movement by him.
Managed to get his way out there.
They have so much anti-Weaver tech. The taunt from Axe, the everything Tiny does, and yet Weaver almost seems like not the biggest threat anymore. I think it's Pluscar, the plus-size Huskar.
Is that your new name from Jesus S4?
My friend invented that. I can't take credit.
Down.
Nice stun from EGM, but it doesn't matter because Loda's already dead. EGM's in trouble. Dagon, not quite enough to take him down. And Oslick will flee, but not before getting a kill and saving Weaver.
I think they're just going back for the creep wave. They're going to come in back soon. They've got their mech up. They've got their Pugner. Can blow up the buildings, keep everybody alive. Huskar is just the most powerful man ever. Oh my god.
You just
I can't wait until somebody picks... I hope this like continues. I
Sure.
hope Huskar actually gets like multiple pickups, and people start picking like Dazzle with him as well.
Sure.
So you can
Dazzle
play, like,
Huskar is pretty good.
absolutely insane.
Dyer's
And
It's
Dazzle's
really
another
powerful.
underrated hero,
Dazzle combo.
especially now that supports get levels.
Yeah, the problem with Dazzle was always he's really, really XP hungry because
He
you
is.
you want like level 3 or 4 on like
Absolutely.
every skill and your ulti.
I agree
It's
with
like,
you. Here
that doesn't
comes
happen
Show Me.
often.
Will he break the bear
Bear
in
ganks.
twain? Bear is taking damage at an astonishing rate. I think Bear is dead. Bear is done! 300 gold for Huskar, adding to his mechanism coffers. Mech Pipe?
I don't even know. I mean, I guess you get like an urn or something.
It's
now.
gonna be
Is he
armlet.
gonna get an urn? He's getting an armlet. Oh man, this is
Wicked Sick is gonna toss the stun on Loda. Loda doesn't realize that Big Num is here. Here comes the Nether Blast. He's now following up with Life Drain. Dagon just for the style points, completely unnecessary. Alliance.
would have bet this would be the score 15 minutes in. With
They've gotten a
these
kill
heroes,
per
like,
minute, G-Advance.
This is insane.
Now, they're still not really ahead on levels, for what it's worth. Like, the levels are
I
pretty
think
much
I don't
tied.
think they care. They go. I mean, they're running a safe lane Pugna, so they're obviously trying to push early.
You're right.
Goodbye, Miss4.
You're right. What do Alliance do? I mean, they can get a kill on Weaver again. Easy kill, in fact. Or not. I'm completely wrong. Weaver is still scuttling away. The bear resummon. Will it actually land an entangle? If it does, he's dead. If he doesn't, he might live. The freezing field. No, it does clip him. That's interesting.
That
I
is-
didn't realize that.
Crystal
It seemed like it
Maiden's
missed.
ult is very, very luck based. It can do a ridiculous amount of damage. It can do nothing. Just dies to it.
It almost seemed like he was out of the radius, but it did clip him with just one errant little ice bomb.
Yeah.
And Bulldog's farming, so like us, like ahead as it seems like they are, and I'm not gonna say they aren't. Like they do have to keep doing things. Like they have to keep getting map objectives. Roshan is a smart choice, but if Alliance, for instance, can somehow stop them at Roshan here, I feel like suddenly they're pretty legitimately back in the game because Bulldog has Midas. He's farming. He's gonna take a tower, and we'll see how Roshan goes.
Yeah, I have to totally agree with you. They have a lineup that has to keep on fighting, has to keep on doing things, but they put down the ward. Do you really want to engage into this anymore if you're the side of Alliance?
Rosh is so low. Nice vacuum. Takes Wicked Sick and Chomi, but S4, he's right there on top of Ouija Sick. Chomi's taking a tremendous amount of damage on Huskar. He actually has to get out of the fight. He has Mechanism available. They can try to turn this around at the right moment. He hasn't used Mech quite yet. Rosh is so low. At this point, they're kind of committed to it. Everybody's here except for Bulldog. Bulldog is trading hits with Tron. The tower actually went down, so Weaver's not here. Ouija Sick still sort of taunting them, but Wicked Sick might actually end up selling himself. No, he gets the high ground stun onto EGM. Abaddon basically is just acting as a mobile observer ward for Alchemist to land his stuns. The Nether Blast will miss on EGM. He might make it out of this fight, or will he? Dagon, Life Drain, goodbye. Pugna's in the house, and he's making Aghanims. I thought this was a BKB. What fool I was. It's Aghanims.
No, nothing standard here. We have to go like full snowball, full damage. Just pick up everything you can now. And fight. Ozlik Gaming just want to go for this. If Ozlik pick up this match, how much of an upset will it be? Because let's be fair, Ozlik Gaming are probably one of the most underdog teams in this tournament. Like,
Oh yeah, unquestionably.
bar none.
Last season was their first season of StarLadder, and they performed better than expectations, but I still think they only managed 2 wins.
Yeah.
You cannot, if you plan to make the playoffs, and you lose to Donkey Gaming, like... It's,
Donkey Game.
That is what it
their
means.
name translated. That's brilliant. Okay.
Like, it's not that Alliance can't make the playoffs, they just have to win all their other games, but they already lost one
Yeah.
today. Like,
Dyer's top tower
it's not
And
a
they haven't
trivial
gone
game
up
to
against
lose. Like,
some
this
of the
isn't-
other big teams in the tournament either.
Right.
There's what, Na'Vi, Fnatic, teams like that, Sigma, another team that
Even
have done well against
SSD
them.
are playing amazingly.
Dyer's top
Yeah,
tower
super
has
strong
fallen.
dinosaurs.
Sigma.
Super
yeah,
strong.
as you said. They are super strong, you're exactly right. Like, it might
their
look
name
like
and
a joke game by the heroes, and I mean, I'm not going to deny that it's kind of a joke game, but the stakes are real. Like,
Yeah, definitely. There's this is. Oh, I'm just Huskar.
high ground
They're going high ground.
with plus
This is their game
Yeah.
plan. You know, fight early, get a mech, blow
Radiant's
stuff up.
bottom tower is
Bignum
under
has his
attack.
ward down.
Pugna
Let's go
is
high
huge.
ground, guys.
Pugna is absolutely
Only
Radiant's
huge.
bottom tower
He's
90
8, 1, and
minutes in.
2. He's making Necro. So oh, nice vacuum, nice wall. The combo is in effect from Alliance, but Chomi is somehow still alive. Finally, the Aegis goes down, but Tron will pick up Ake. Alliance is in deep trouble. S4 is already bought back, but he's already kind of blown all his spells. Look at this vacuum cooldown. It's still not up for 13 seconds. So what is Darkseer doing after buyback? Well, he's ion shelling. He eats a stun. He's still in range of life drain. Big Num is just pushing S4 back into the fountain. This Rax is at half health. Will they continue? It looks like they want to. Another Nether Blast comes through. Wicked Sick is beating on it. So is Chomi. The Nether Ward is still alive. It looks like Alliance have at least been Raxed, and this puts them very behind. Bulldog is doing his best. He's just constantly split pushing. He's already taken down a tower. He's going for another one, but they've already been Raxed. This is barely a trade for Bulldog, frankly. In fact, the bear is very low. He's just going to try to take the tier 2 tower, even if he dies in the process. The bear is already down. Bulldog is just TPing. It looks like he will make it. There's no stun available. So a good escape from Bulldog, some very excellent split pushing. In fact, he gets a bunch of towers, but they were Raxed in that fight. Uh-oh, Loda runs straight into the unstable concoction. Wicked Sick, is he actually going to try to fight this? It looks like he's just going to screen for his team. Nice vacuum from S4. We just Sick uses his ultimate. Wicked Sick at this point, he realizes he's completely committed to this fight. Unfortunately, they lose the Alchemist and the Abaddon. Loda with the dunk. Can they actually chase more with it? No, everybody's already gone.
Alright, so he did manage to get the double dunk off, and they did manage to take down the tier 1 tower, do some serious damage to the tier 2, but Alliance just got 20-minute Raxed by the donkeys.
Yep.
Donkeys with a Huskar.
Mm-hmm. It's a shame they don't use the regular courier. I mean, I understand you have a PBR, you want to use it, but still.
A PBR?
Oh my god. Huskar is going Aghanim Scepter. It's Michael Jordan Huskar.
There is going to be so much dunking in this game. It's going to be fantastic. We have Axe, we have Huskar. What more could you want? We even have Tiny. It's another like dunk hero. Instantly blow people up.
It's like in between the last game and this game, or I guess even before the Slark game, we stumbled our way into the wardrobe, and here we are in Narnia, where people play Huskar and win.
I thought this was going to be terrible. I thought Huskar was just going to be proven to be awful, and I mean, that's a hero apparently who wants HP, mana, and a slow.
Alchemist spilled. Alchemist spilled. Bloodstone Atos? Maybe Scotty Atos, I guess?
I don't even know.
What is happening?
Scotty's pretty legit, like
what
on Alchemist.
Is this video game? This is not...
Apparently, we left the realms of Dota a while ago. This is like... my mind's exploding right now.
And they're winning. I mean, for what it's worth, Alliance, I mean... They have Mech Axe, which it's a little worse than Mech Huskar, I guess, because he has to use more spells, especially if he wants to spam Culling Blade. I feel like Axe actually really needs mana regen, so that's why I see Loda with the bottle. He has Hood, so that's really helpful against Pugna, especially Dagon Pugna. Still, though, Alliance, I feel like they don't quite have the loadout. I mean, Tiny has Blink, so they have good initiation from that. If they can land the combo, and you can see that they're going for combo, S4 is getting his Aghanim Scepter, I feel like a 5-man vacuum is going to get better and better. And they have Radiance to add on to it as well now. So if they can just stabilize before they lose the second set of racks, but that's a tall order.
I'm amazed that Bulldog has managed to pick up a 22-minute Radiance in this game. I mean, how did he start off this game? He's 1-3-1. He got absolutely destroyed multiple times. He didn't have a great lane to be in. He's managed to farm up this. I mean, it's Admiral Bulldog Lone Druid. I guess I shouldn't be that surprised, but that's like the one saving grace at the moment. I guess if Ozlik just get a pipe, though, they can be like, whatever, we don't care.
It's true. And Alliance, they got a free tier 2 tower with the creeps, and now they're going for a wraparound smoke gank, and this is an opportunity. If Alliance can get a very big team fight, they actually, I think, have room to get back into this game. Oh, there's the vacuum on 3, the tiny toss as well. Wicked Sick is completely locked down. He will get his stun off. Bulldog is getting life drained. Ake, however, has a big freezing field, but it's not quite enough just yet. We just Sick using his borrowed time to survive, and they're getting picked off. S4 is down. Loda has bought back, but do the rest of them have buybacks? They do not. Nobody else has buyback. No buyback on Bulldog. He has a bear resummon for when he comes up, but that's in so long, I'm just not sure it's enough time. Not against Pugna, not against Huskar. I don't know. They're going for another one. Nether Blast, the ranged barracks will fall. They'll go for Mega Creeps, 23 seconds until Bulldog. S4 used buyback on the last fight. He's still on cooldown. He can afford it, but unfortunately he can't use it. And Alliance, they're at death's door. They're just going to wait for maybe Crystal Maiden, Lone Druid if they can afford to, and the problem is they're running out of time. They have 10 seconds, and a melee Rax will be down by then. They are going to be at the door of Mega Creeps if they don't do something to stop this push from Uslick Gaming and their Atos Alchemist, their Dagon Pugna. Here's We Just Sick. He has borrowed time at procs, and that was a lot of Alliance's damage already. Mega Creeps are in play. Chomi doesn't care. Pluscar is dunking, and he can't... Bulldog can't kill him. Okay, he does die. But Bulldog is very low, has to leave. Tron is chasing him. The Geminate, the bug. Die. Bulldog gets eaten by a swarm bug, and even though they get Weaver, Alliance is now down Mega Creeps. And they call GG.
I like how We Just Sick just plugs himself at the end. They know they just put in a fantastic and innovative performance, I would say. This was truly something else. I don't think I've ever seen such a ridiculous draft from both teams, really.
Yes.
And Oslo Gaming take Alliance out in 24 minutes and 30 seconds.
Yeah.
It's pretty impressive.
It really is. I do think that of the two drafts, honestly, as I think you highlighted, like, Oslix was, even though it has a Huskar in it, like, take the Huskar out, and this is a pretty good draft, like, and they made the Huskar work.
They have a plan.
So
they have a very set and obvious plan.
Exactly. Like, if you take one pocket pick, but you have a role in your lineup for it, and it works out, like, other than that, this is a very high-tier lineup, I feel like. It's a Sigma-ish lineup, basically, with a Pugna. So, add a Huskar, and as long as he does well, you're in good shape. Whereas Alliance, like, this was the pocketiest of pocket lineups. Like, you need to do the Vac, Toss, Taunt, Wall. And every time you don't do Vac, Toss, Taunt, Wall, you just spent 3 picks on a combo that isn't coming.
Yeah, and a lot of cooldowns, ton of mana, like, and they have heroes like Tiny and such. The only awesome thing, I'm pretty sure, like, the Tiny did that game, he got like 1 or 2 kills on the Weaver early on, and he did the mid pull. And other than that, the hero just didn't do anything this game. I think Alliance definitely did a weird draft. I think they underestimated Oslic, and
they really did.
I think we underestimated Huskar. What an amazing hero.
We all underestimated Huskar. Damn. All right, well, that'll be it for us today, guys. G Advance, thank you so much for co-casting today. You did an absolutely marvelous job. Do you have any shout-outs, plugs, things like that?
Yeah, plug me. You can check out my Twitch channel at twitch.tv/setmygibs. I don't often stream there, because mostly I've been co-casting and such at the moment, but I'm sure I'll use it at some point soon.
Yeah.
There's a Twitter as well that someone can link. I don't use it at all, though.
Well,
I feel like I have to. She was like, you have to use your Twitter.
Twitter's pretty important. I think you should. I think you deserve a wider audience, so make sure you
well, thank you very much.
that personal brand. Do it. Do it.
All right. It's at Joss Wilkinson 1, because someone stole my name.
Ouch.
I know, right?
Ouch.
Like, really? Not enough people have heard of me to steal my name.
Right.
I feel like that's unfair.
You never know. I had a Swedish death metal band that took my name a while
Really?
ago. Yeah.
I thought your name is misspelled as well.
It is, so it's very, very weird that they had the exact name with the spelling. I wonder if it's somebody I like knew on the internet who decided to name their band, but it's very weird. It was a weird situation. They disbanded, unfortunately, the band.
Well,
they disband. Wow, I'm sorry about that.
The original Vicromon disband.
Yes, I was.
Hashtag it, guys.
All right, thanks everybody for watching. Thank you for putting up with the stand-in cast. We definitely had fun. Some very wild games today. In fact, StarLadder Season 8 has been a very wild ride. Some like 60-minute throw fests, weird picks. It's been great, honestly. And Oslic taking it out here over Alliance. Alliance ends the day 1 and 2 basically on their 3 games that they played. 4th game is postponed. And yeah, this was Shiver Gaming. Shiver will be back probably tomorrow. I assume she'll be streaming. There's no StarLadder games, or are there StarLadder games tomorrow?
I don't think there's StarLadder tomorrow, is there?
I suspect there are not, but if there are, Shiver will be back. If there aren't, I suspect
There's no StarLadder tomorrow.
Okay.
She might be casting... What's his name, though? Is it Big Point?
Yeah, maybe she'll do Big Point.
There's maybe that.
Yeah. Either way, she'll be back.
Be doing that as well tomorrow.
Great, nice. So definitely check that out here on this stream. I will also be streaming. There's a LAN in Chicago called the Ignite Chicago Dota 2 Open. You can check that out. There's a tournament ticket for it. I'll also be streaming it on my stream. So that should be cool. That'll be all day Saturday and Sunday. So if you want to check that out, please do. I'm Vicromon, VYKROMOND, Twitch, Twitter, YouTube. No Facebook, but everything else. And my website, vicromon.com. Thanks again for watching, folks, and have a good day. And go play Huskar in some pubs and ruin some people's days.